Hey, true believers, Englentine here with another weekly top 10 comic books sold to readers. This is the list, not Comic-Con, that tells you what shops are ordering. This is what tells you what people are buying. And I like to make it a little contest, see who has more in the top 10, Marvel or DC, see who has more in the high spots. After we do that, we're going to go on over to Comixology and see who wins the digital war for the week. Yeah, I like to put Marvel versus DC. Also, these are the people who are participating. Not a long list this week, but thankfully they participated. So by all means, please, if you're in their area, go on, check out their shops, maybe buy something, say hi, and don't forget to support your own local comic shop. Alrighty, without further ado, let's get this party started. At number 10, we have West Coast Avengers, number 1. The Flash, number 53, comes in at number 9. Batman Kings of Fear takes the 8th spot. At number 7 is the action-packed Punisher, number 1. At number 6, we have the Avengers, number 6. Venom comes in at number 5. Venom number 5 at number 5. Well, now they're just messing with me. Amazing Spider-Man number 4 is at number 4. Detective Comics 987 breaks that little numbers chain, and it is at number 3. And in the runner-up position at number 2 is Action Comics 1002. And with no Batman this week, we have Justice League Dark, number 2, taking the first position at number 1. And if you go strictly by the numbers, it's a tie game, 5-5, but the top 3 spots are taken up by DC Comics. You had Justice League, Action, and Detective at 1, 2, and 3 respectively. So personally, I'd give DC the edge, but like I said, it's just by the numbers. Anyway, let's find out what the shops have to say about this week. Amazing Spider-Man is finally back to selling numbers we haven't seen for the title in a long time at FFF. It took the number 1 spot on our weekly top 10 this week, followed by Batman Kings of Fear and Detective Comics at number 2 and 3 respectively. Bat Family books have been our consistent top sellers. Seeing Amazing doing so well is a surprise to be sure, but a welcome one. Nick Spencer and Ryan Ottley have been putting out top-notch work for the web crawler, and they don't seem to be slowing down soon. As with every week, a book by Donny Cates is released. Venom made it to the top 10 in the middle at number 4. Die's sophomore issue sold decently. It sells more like Oblivion's song than Walking Dead. Try as he might, it's difficult for Kirkman and any creator, honestly, to replicate the run and the runaway success that he had with Walking Dead. Sorry about me flubbing it here. The surprise of the week has to be the Punisher. Matt Rosenberg is a great writer, and the Punisher has many fans, but the Legacy series limped along from start to finish, while this relaunch from the same writer is starting out with great promise. Rosenberg, like Cates, is someone whose career is worth watching with great interest. The Punisher, I can recommend. I did a full video review of it if you want to check that out. Amazing Spider-Man by Nick Spencer is very middle of the road for me, as well as that Batman Kings of Fear. Bendis came and Bendis conquered the sales charts yet again this week. Punisher was a back-to-basics crowd pleaser with a good cover and a better-looking interiors that brought at least double the sales the previous volume did on its premiere issue. Mr. and Mrs. X and X-Men Red only scarcely made the list this week, probably due to the lack of competition on the shelves. Avengers has stayed at roughly the same number since its inception, which is the first time since Hickman that an Avengers book is sold in these numbers. Avengers has been alright. It's inoffensive to, if I'm really going to go out on a limb here, I can call it A-okay. It's definitely nothing that you're going to sneer at, but you're not exactly going to throw a party every Wednesday, but it's alright. Uneven split between Marvel and DC for this week's top 10 in our shop. The big surprise is the rapid fall off of Action Comics from the number 1 slot 2 issues in, and first day sales are off almost 60% from first day sales of the 1001. Batman books took positions 4 and 6, but 6 months ago, Batman books always took the top slot for the week. We're hearing some DC customer concerns now about dark storylines that have lost the brightness and optimism of the Rebirth Initiative, and those customers are voting with the dollars and cutting back on their DC expenditures. Well, that's not what you want to hear if you're a DC fan, and I have heard a lot of people feeling as if they're going back to the New 52 days because of Dan Didio, and nobody wants the New 52 days back. Well, few people do. Can't say nobody. There were fans. But a lot of people like that rebirth more than the New 52. DC gets the top 2 spots, but the majority of the top 10 are Marvel books. The one indie book of this week is Die, 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 which is still retaining interest from its surprise #1 release. Yeah, I've got Die, Die, Die #1 and 2, but I have yet to read them, and I hate doing that because in the end, it's a waste of money if you're not reading the comics. Maybe I'll do a review for the Patreon page. That'd be kind of cool, because independent comics, sorry guys, nobody watches videos of reviews of independent comic books. I wish that were different, but that is the way it goes. So anyway, let's go on over to Comixology and see if it's Marvel or DC that wins the digital war. At number 10, we have the West Coast Avengers again. Number 9 brings us X-Men Red, number 7. At number 8, we have Injustice 2, Chapter 72. The Flash, number 53, runs into the number 7 spot. At number 6, Detective Comics 987. Justice League Dark creeps into the 5 position. Same as the hard copies, Amazing Spider-Man number 4 comes in at number 4. Can't be a countdown without Kate's, and Darth Vader takes the number 3 slot. Coming in at 2nd place, Avengers number 6. And the number 1 digital comic book sold to readers is Action Comics 1002. People will love their Bendis, or at least they love to buy the Bendis. Once again, it's a tie game, 5-5 if you're counting just the books in there. And you could say DC rules the roost because Action Comics 1002 was number 1, but 3 of the top 5 slots were Marvel. So it's anybody's game, in my opinion. Let's see how the last 10 of the top 20 rolls out. At number 11, The Terrifics number 7 brings it to 6-5 in DC's favor. Number 12, Wonder Woman number 53, it is now 7-5 DC's favor. At number 13, Venom number 5 brings the count to 7-6, still DC's favor. Number 14, Star Wars Dr. Aphra. Number 23, it's now a tie game once again, 7-7. Number 15 gives us Teen Titans 21. It is now 8-7 in DC's favor. X-Men Gold number 34 at number 16 makes it a tie game again, 8-8. At number 17, Hunt for Wolverine, Mystery in Madripoor gives Marvel the lead, 9-8. Marvel's the first to make it to 10. Number 18, we have the Black Panther, number 3. The score is now 10-8, and DC can only hope to tie. And at number 19, Marvel wins. It is 11-8 with Mr. and Mrs. X, number 2. And then, boom, number 20 is The Punisher, number 1. So it ends up being 12-8 in Marvel's favor. And there you go. I mean, that's it. Sometimes that's the way it happens. I've always said Marvel owns that back 10 of the top 20. So it really does. You know, even if DC owns the top 10, there's a race at the end. And this time it was a tie game coming out of the top 10. They just overtook. More people were interested in Marvel this week than DC. I think that's kind of a crime since you got stuff like that Damage Annual and such like. But hey, you know, everybody's got their opinions. Everybody got their hobbies and the whole 9 yards. And that was the countdown. So what do you think? What was left on that should have been off? What was off that should have been on? What do you think that you read this week that wasn't there that deserves to be there? And what would you replace it with? Like what would you take out to put your book in? I would love to hear that. Also, if you have any comments on what was said or the commentary, by all means, let me know in the comment section below. Also, if you like this video, you know the drill. Click like, click share, subscribe. Don't forget to click share, though. That gets word out about the channel, and that's very important. And if you haven't done it already, don't forget to hit that notification bell. Don't want you to miss anything. Cool things happen around here sometimes. Don't want you to miss anything. Also, If you don't mind helping out the channel, go on over to Patreon, drop $1 in the till, helps keep the lights on and help us keep making videos for you. I'd like to thank everybody who's already done that. Ooh, and who has already gone over to Mad About the Mouse. That's my other YouTube channel I just started. Links in the description below. Go on over, check it out. Maybe subscribe and watch the videos there as well. As I was saying before, I'd like to thank everybody who's already done that. And to everyone, all of the true believers, have to say thank you very, very much for watching.